we all knew this. Like, everybody knew this. Like, for example, like, I guarantee you, fucking Donald Trump knew this, Elon Musk knew this, Charlie Kirk said this, fucking Scott Adams, the Dilbert guy knew this. Like, and you don't have to be a billionaire, but like,
you know who didn't know this? The fucking Nazis that were marching with tiki torches.
That'd be a real one. I knew it was bullshit. Yeah, it was obvious. And so anyway, the entire...
Do you think that, like, the SPLC was paying all of these people to be Nazis? That's crazy, man. It's not like there were fucking 20 people there. Several? There were thousands of people. What? We are watching Asmongold today. He released a video called Alex Jones Was Right. And that looks very, very interesting to me. I need to see what's going on here.
I mean,
let's find out.
You know, like it doesn't look good for them, right? I'll tell you that. I saw a lot about it, right? And you know, basically, just as a TLDR, the Anti-Racism Center paid a bunch of people to do racisms, so they had a reason to ask for money. So, like, basically.
Okay, all right. So we don't know that that's the reason. It could be for some other nefarious reason. Could be. I don't know. But either way, their story doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, for those of you that don't know, the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, they do a lot of cool shit. They do a lot of epic shit that I like. But it was recently revealed that it was revealed today that they're being indicted. Okay, accused of giving money to extreme racist organizations such as the Ku Klux Klan. I think there's this motorcycle club that they were allegedly giving money to. That's like affiliated with the Aryan Brotherhood. It's messed up. Okay, it's real fucked up. And the craziest part is that they admitted, or somebody with SPLC admitted that it's true, but they said that they were giving money to informants, okay, that were like digging up information for them. But like that $3 million for $3 million for some info, bruh. Like, come on. Now, someone like Asmongold is obviously gonna sensationalize this. That's why he's talking about it right now. We don't know, okay? I haven't seen the evidence for myself. I don't know why this was done. I don't know why they gave the money to these people, to these extremist groups. I think it's a little hasty to make the assumption that they did it so that these guys would, like, do terrorism or whatever. So that they would, like, have more prosecutorial power or
create
something.
the problem,
I don't know.
Sell the solution. And again, like, classic, right? And again, like, I don't think it's really a big surprise. I mean, to anybody who, again, like...
Yeah, except a big part of what the SPLC does isn't just protecting black people from the Klan, okay? They do prosecute Klan members that do terrorism, as well as people involved with the Aryan Brotherhood. But that's not all they protect black people from, okay? That's not it.
That's not it. So the way that I do, it's very obvious these things happen all the time.
And also, simply giving these people it's not just like what Asmongold is saying. It seems obvious, like, oh, they're giving money to these people so that they attack black people, so that bada bing, bada boom. Okay, then they got jobs. Okay, but I don't really see it as that simple. Like, just because the Aryan Brotherhood has more money doesn't mean directly that they're gonna do more hate crimes, okay? Like, you don't really need to give them more money to get them to do more hate crimes. You understand? Like, they do that shit for free, dog. They do it for free 99.
I think that people don't understand how bad it is. They don't actually get it. They don't realize how much of, like, just an absolute roach most people really are. So, Vampire Survivors today? Ooh, yeah, we got it downloaded. We got it locked in. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know if we're going to play it today or not, but I kind of planned on it, so we'll see what happens. And you see NT drama, it's stupid. Yeah, I saw a little bit about it. Just I don't really think it was that interesting, but yeah, I did see it. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, hopefully it's good. Are you thirsty? No, I got a drink. I'm chilling, man. So, I did see tons of this, right? We pay people to be racist so we can fight racism. There you go. And again, I find this to be, like, if you understand, like, just people's psychology, you would understand.
See, that's stupid. That's stupid. Nobody is racist for money. No, well, sorry. Wait, no, wait, no. Let me rephrase. Okay. Nobody is going to be a part of an extremist, terrorist, racism organization for money. Okay, that's crazy. That's great. Unless they're an informant. Okay. Now, that being said, I don't think that they were paying this money for informants. Okay, I don't know what the fuck they were paying this money for. Okay, it's crazy. It's crazy, but like information, like no, that 3 million, that's way too much, dog. That is way too much money. But anyway, it's just this is a reductive argument.
Now, why is it? Why is it happening all the time? It's actually super simple. It's because these people want to be seen as, you know, the good person, the right person, the morally correct person, and most importantly, right? I mean, we could talk about that bullshit, but like, here's the real reason. It's for money. Like, they get a bunch of donations. You know, you whip all the suburban moms. Oh my God, the Nazis are gonna come back. It's gonna be like American History X. Oh no. And it's like, oh, it's like Hitler. Oh my God. And you know, they get terrified, and they're like, I better send them all my money quick. And that's it. They're sending the money away. And I think to myself, like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? But you know, there's a lot of people that are fucking stupid. So yeah, apparently there's too many of them. And how many of these anti-Jewish right-wing influencers were funded by SPLC, the Big Four? So there are a lot of names. We're gonna go through everything today, right? But I do want to say that I think that this is the, like, this is basically the way I see it, okay? Okay, so this is like the ocean, right? And this is the iceberg, all right? Let's go ahead and we're gonna just get this spiky thing, okay? And this right here, you can see, like right here, SPLC. So this is, I think this is the reality, right? Is that this problem is way worse than you can imagine. This is just the tip, just the tiny little bit. Like, it's so much more, right? Physical impossibility? Yeah, I think it's going to get so much worse. The illegal that killed the Air Force student while driving a jet ski on the Lake Grapevine is getting deported back to Venezuela. Well, fuck him. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't have done that, right? And so, yeah, I'm always lying when I'm saying that, yeah. And so, just to see it feels right. And so, this is the problem, is that what people are realizing now is that a lot of this type of, like, this dissonance and this divide and everything, like, it is a manufactured divide. And I think this manufactured divide, I think that it started in about 2010. I think 2010, 2011, like, actually 2011, 2012, right? Like, this is basically, like this is like the timeline. This is the. Let me just make this really big so everybody can. I'm gonna actually save this one because I'm gonna use it regularly. Asmongold, American History, Paranoia. This is conspiracy timeline. Okay, so this is the way it happened. All right, and I guess I gotta make it a little bit smaller. Is that okay? So basically, all right, we're gonna have 3 squares.
Oh God.
All right, actually
doing
4.
MS
So
Paint.
basically, this is 2005. This is 2000 and this is 2011. This is 2014. Wow, I am just a retarded today, huh? And this is now. Okay, and so I messed it up again, and there we go. All right, so basically, this is what's kind of happened. This is my conspiracy timeline that explains every problem that the country has, okay? All right, racism, basically defeated. Everyone is getting along generally, right? Okay, so this is a big problem. And then lives improve, but what about all these corpos? This is Occupy Wall Street, okay? Oh, I guess Occupy Wall Street. Okay, and so this is basically the next thing that happens, right? And so people are like, okay, well, what about this? Well, then look at that black person. They took your future, okay? So this is what happened. So we had this, and then now we have, oh my God, the Jews. So this has been and I know this might not make sense, but I'm gonna make sense out of this, okay? So basically, in 2005, everything.
No, man. I think I do understand what you're saying. Okay, 2005, racism is over. Okay, racism is over. No more racism. We defeated it. Wait, he literally used the word defeated. I forgot. All right, but I'm gonna let him explain it. Here we go.
Problems and nothing was perfect, but it was pretty damn fucking close, right? I mean, you had, again, Rush Hour 3 comes out. The co-stars is a black man and a Chinese dude, and every single person in America is like so excited to see this movie. I watched it in movie theaters with my dad. I bet a lot of you guys did too. And so anyway, racism is basically defeated. People are becoming more progressive every year. There's an understanding being created between, straight people and gay people. Gay marriage is being seen as more of a reality.
I liked Rush Hour 2
kind of a taboo subject, but we're moving in that direction, and the world knows it, and the world, I think, is becoming a better place. And then just a couple years later, obviously, you've got we literally elect the black president. We elect Barack Obama. And again, like Barack Obama in 2008 ran a crazy good campaign. I mean, he was that guy. He was. And if you don't think he was that guy, go back and watch the debates. He was that guy. No, you might disagree with him bombing, every single country in the Middle East, or
and that children's hospital.
Really was that guy. And
yep.
So anyway,
that's true.
He's one of the best. He's one of the best. Not Bill Clinton, right? But he was close to Bill Clinton, and that is crazy. And so anyway, then 2011.
Nah, he was cooler than Bill Clinton. Because Bill Clinton was cool Ronald Reagan, but Obama was black Ronald Reagan. Okay, so he was like, obviously he's already cool, but then he's also black on top of that. So it's like, oh yeah, we've ended racism. Like, yeah, people ate that shit up.
Like, so it wasn't the black people that were causing all these problems. It's not the gay boys either. Well, maybe it's the people that are making all the money. Maybe it's the people that own all the, like, capital and the people that own these companies and they aren't paying us a lot of money. You know, you gotta remember, like, this is the recovery of the 2008 recession. And they're like, well, wait a minute, well, maybe it's not women that are the problem. Maybe it's the guy in charge that's taking all the women and then, you know, like, creating some weird system around it. And so people are like, well, what about all these rich people and all this, you know, like, this leadership class? Well, now, you know, now that terrified the shit out of them. And so what happened after Occupy Wall Street? Well, then now it's, you know, like the, it's the, you know, basically the rich guy takes 9 pieces of a 10-piece,
Okay, yeah, you brought it. Wait, can you repeat that? Because I agree with the first part. Like, yeah, it's obviously the capital, like, they are oppressing us, and then Occupy Wall Street was a direct attack on the rich people, right? And it wasn't even that serious. I mean, it was just, when you think about it, it was just some guys waving some signs on a certain street with some inflammatory text printed on the signs. And all the rich people were like, oh God, like, dude, like, it wasn't even that crazy is my point, but, like, it just freaked them the fuck out. I wonder why.
Well, now,
anyway.
You know, now that terrified of it. And so people are like, well, what about all these rich people and all this,
all the rich people.
Well, now,
leadership
you know,
class.
that terrified the shit out of them. And so what happened after Occupy Wall Street? Well, then now...
Wait, no, before that.
2008 recession. And they're like, well, wait a minute. Well, maybe it's not women that are the problem. Maybe it's the guy in charge that's taking all the women and then, you know, like, creating some weird system around it. And so people are like, well...
Taking all the women and creating some weird system around. No, man, it has nothing to do with women. It has nothing to do with the women. The women aren't doing any of this, and they just aren't, like, really even... They are just as much of a victim as you are. They aren't, like, a means to an end in this process. They're just people, like you and me, who are also oppressed by this system.
So what happened after Occupy Wall Street? Well, then now...
That's it.
You know, like, the... it's the, you know, basically the rich guy takes 9 pieces of a 10-piece, you know, pie, and then he cuts 1 piece in half, and he says, hey, the black guy got your half. And I think that this is accurate. It is. But, I mean, obviously, like, there are identity politics things that I agree with, right? I agree with these identity politics, but I do think that identity politics is, in a general sense, it's used as a wedge issue to keep people fighting about silly stuff, right? Like, you know, trans people going in bathrooms and stuff. And I'm not even saying, I mean, you know, like, I care a lot about that. I think that, you know, that shouldn't happen. But at the same time, I do also recognize that this is a misdirection. And the misdirection, I think, was intentional. And, like, if you saw the cultural shift that happened...
Well, those two ideas are incompatible with each other, man. If you believe it's a misdirection, then you shouldn't care about it, because it's a misdirection. It doesn't fucking matter, huh? Like, you're like, oh yeah, I don't want the fucking evil trans women in the wrong bathroom diddling children because they're all groomers. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. You can't just follow that up with like, oh yeah, but actually they're just trying to distract us with it. Like, no, man. It's one or the other. It's mutually exclusive.
And from in 2011, people were just saying the N-word. Everybody was just saying it. They were just, with the hard R, it was in, like, I would get suspended. Actually, you know, I stopped getting suspended. I said it so many times that I just stopped getting suspended for it. Everybody did that. And so, anyway, it was hilarious. And it was the best time ever, by the way. You could say anything you wanted. You could do anything you wanted. Nobody took anything too seriously. And everybody generally found a way to get along, right? And, you know, again, and I think that there was a lot of, like, you know, not everybody. I'm sure people have bad experiences, etc. But in a very general sense, there was a level of edginess to it, but there was also a, like, everybody knew it wasn't real, right? It doesn't really matter. Like, it's just bullshit, right? And so, anyway... Then, you know, then identity politics took over. And now we've moved from, because obviously identity politics has kind of run its course. And so now we're back to old reliable. Old reliable. The one, the OG. The OG, the Jews. That's right. It's the Jews. And that's it, the original. Yes, the original one, right? Like right back down to the classic, the original sin. Yeah, they killed Jesus, right? And so literally. And so that's really it. And I think this is kind of what's happened. And so the Southern poverty, and why am I talking about this? The reason why is because I think this entire thing is manufactured. I think that now, like, people have become so mentally ill, they've gone into such a psychosis. I think that there is, like, a large disconnect between, like, the average person and, like, you know, one of these, like, protester people, right? There is, like, it's a very big problem. But for a very long time, I don't think it was that bad. And most people were able to get along. Even in 2016, people could get along. I think that what really, and this was the kill shot, what ended Western civilization being able to be normal? What was it? It was COVID. COVID took every It took every idiot and it put them all on the internet. No, it wasn't women. Now, I can see why you say that, and that's a good point, but I think it was COVID. I do. COVID one-shot the entire culture. It did. Harambe got more people on the internet, but it was really COVID that made things the worse. And where do I get this job? Yes. And so basically, they're creating racism everywhere. And Elon Musk, this is why I think it's funny, is that everybody was calling out the SPLC and these other... And by the way, a lot of these other NGOs and these organizations, they're all the same. I want people to understand this. They're all the same. It's not like some of these are good and some of them are bad. They're all getting kickback money. They're all in on this. They're all creating this.
Okay, alright, that's not real. That's not accurate. That's not real. They're all the same. What? No, what you mean is that they all do bad shit, which is true. Which is true, pretty much. Pretty much true across the board. Like, nobody's hands are clean in this system. Are you kidding me? Especially an NGO. Maybe not especially, but anyway, they all do bad shit. Okay, that's it. Just to varying degrees. Now, giving the Klan $3 million, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty far up there, I think. That's pretty bad, man. It doesn't get much worse than that. Okay, but they've also done a lot of cool shit that I like. Okay.
Yeah, and so being recognized game. Well, yeah, because like the thing is that...
So you know what, SPLC, you get the Klan pass, okay? You get, that's right, you can donate to the Klan all you want, bruh, that's what I say. Give them more money. If they think it's a good idea, then I think it's a good idea. Let's go.
I told you. I tried to fucking tell you. I tried to say
I'm kidding, by the way.
Explain it, but people, it was so obvious. We all knew that, though. It was so
Pangea?
obvious. It was so obvious that it was happening. Like, I don't know what the whole narrative was built on a house of cards. I know. Everything about this was bullshit. And so you're explaining to the 5% who don't understand? I think that, and this, by the way, I want to go all the way back to 17...
This means all the stats about right-wing extremism are fake? How? Why? What? The SPLC didn't conduct the... What? Dog, that was the CIS. For those of you that aren't following, this person... Michael Knowles retweeted this person saying, this means all the stats about right-wing extremism are fake. And then, and Michael Knowles retweeted it, and now Asmongold is reading it, and he's like, oh yeah, based. But, like, that doesn't make any sense, man. That doesn't make... They didn't do the studies. They did not compile these statistics. And their money... Could you... argue that the money influences the statistics? Yes, you could argue that. But I don't buy it. Here's why. It's because of what I was saying earlier. Okay? People, they do hate crimes. They don't do it for money. They do it for the love of the game. Okay? Let's be for real, bro. Like, if you're like a extreme racist person and you like just attack black people because you're racist, okay? You're not getting paid to do that. You're not. There's no way. There's no way. Nobody's paying you to do that, bruh. Like, straight up. Okay, anyway. These statistics that he's referring to, the one that I'm most familiar with is the one conducted by CIS. Okay, they have been documenting hate crimes for over 40 years. I believe the study has been going on since 1972. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
76. This is why they didn't let everybody vote. Okay? This is the reason why we're not a democracy, we're a republic. And they understand, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson...
We are a democracy, and we have been since the beginning, okay, yeah. We're a constitutional republic. I know, these things are not I'm sick of telling people this, okay, but, like, I'm gonna have to forever, so I'll say it again anyway. Okay, these ideas are not mutually exclusive. You can be a democracy and also be a constitutional republic. You don't have to be a true democracy, like fucking ancient Greece or whatever.
You know,
It's not how that works.
They understood this. Benjamin Franklin was like, yeah, I can see what could happen. They all understood this, but for some reason, somewhere along the line, people forgot, okay? And so the Greeks knew citizenship was too valuable. I know. Further people by the people, but the people are retarded.
So, Asmongold, do you think that selective democracy, like Israel style, is the way to go? Is that what we should do? Because think about it. Israel does what you're describing, what you want, perfectly. Okay, they do democracy, but it's only for the Jews, okay? Because they are, of course, the nation of the Jews. Am I right? Am I right, guys? Like, everybody knows. Everybody knows it. I'm kidding, okay? Obviously, they're not the Jewish state. They are the Zionist state. But if you didn't know, in Israel, you only get to vote if you are Jewish, okay? If you are a practicing Jew, is my understanding. That's it.
For all the people, by some of the people, okay? That's the way it is. To be fair, though, the politicians aren't geniuses either. I think that Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin and George Washington, I think these guys were geniuses. I do. I think that they built a political system that stood a massive test of time. I think that it has made itself open to analysis. They were able to repel the greatest force in the, at the time, modern world. You know, like they built the biggest nation and the most powerful nation in the history of humankind. I mean, like, I think that's pretty, I'd say that's pretty good. Like, I mean, you know, even if you think these guys are morons, they sure got lucky, didn't they? And so anyway, it was a failed experiment, if anything. I can see that, right?
Alright, man. Look, the British didn't fucking stand a chance. And it wasn't because of the Founding Fathers. The Founding Fathers, fuck no. But, I mean, they were important. I'm not trying to write them off. But you want to know how Americans beat the British? It's because of Americans. It's because of our ancestors, not the fucking Founding Fathers. Founding Fathers. Fuck the Founding Fathers. Fuck them. Okay, I like some of their ideas. You know, it's alright, but like, the American people, they are who repelled the British forces. That's it. Okay, and for a variety of reasons. Home turf advantage. Also, Americans are fucking crazy. Okay, we are insane people. Okay, let's be real. Now, the current generation of Americans are just the descendants of those people. But those guys, they were off their rocker. Let's be for real. Okay, there was nothing that could stop them.
You see climate activists storming outside of Trump Tower? I didn't see that. Thank you for putting out Sam Hamilton. Well, I honestly just didn't even think of him. But like, yeah, maybe there's that too. But this means all the right-wing stats about right-wing extremism are fake. Of course, because right-wing extremism is intentionally mislabeled. Like, and I'll give you an example of it being intentionally mislabeled. Like the Aryan Brotherhood inside of inside of prisons, right? The prison Aryan Brotherhood. Like, this is counted as right-wing extremism. Okay, well, if you want to count the Aryan Brotherhood as right-wing extremism, can we count gang violence as left-wing extremism? No, obviously not, because that's retarded. Same as counting the Aryan.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. There's a reason why that's fucking stupid. Okay, because the Aryan Brotherhood, a prison gang, they have an ideological foundation. Okay, they have it's called Nazism. Wow. Wait, what is Nazism? Is that left-wing extremism, Asmongold? Oh, no, that's right. It's right-wing extremism. Wow. Okay, so if you want to call the black people gangs in prison, if you want to call them left-wing extremism, then you have to make a case for them being communist, card-carrying communist. And that's stupid. Okay, because there is no ideological backing for black people prison gangs. There is only the foundation of those gangs is survival. Okay, they cooperate with each other to survive. That's it. Okay, survival, which is necessitated by their environment. You know, their environment where they are surrounded by racist fucking white people that want to kill them. Wow, I can't believe they formed gangs. Wow.
Is only a prison thing? It's not only a prison thing, but it's more powerful in prison, obviously. So this is the issue, right? Is that, whenever you control the way things are measured, you can just choose to selectively measure things in a way that's beneficial to you. So I think that's what happened. And it's mainly a prison thing. You have to join one of them. Oh, no, I know all about it. I've had friends in prison, etc. U.S. isn't the greatest.
Oh, yeah, you know all about it. You're a man of the people, Asmongold. You know all about prison gangs. Yeah, man. Yeah, clearly you know. Yeah, the black people are the left-wing extremist. Checkmate, libtards.
I think that there are a lot of ways that the United States is very successful, and I think that having the Constitution in the way that we do, and our government is a big reason for it. I do think so, because we've got the same people. I mean, there's the same people in America that were in France and Europe, right? I mean, like in Britain, it's the same guys, right? In Scotland. So, and again, I'm not saying that Britain's bad or Europe is bad.
It's not the same guys.
In a unique way. And if you're
no, our ancestors, like I was just describing just a second ago. Our American ancestors, they were insane, okay? They were like those people, the French, the British, the Irish, except they were the insane people within those populations, okay? Because they got on a boat and they sailed over here. Because like they didn't like the church telling them what to do, okay? It's crazy. It's crazy, but that's why they did it. That's it, man.
If you're a French guy and you say, no, France is the best country, you're totally wrong. I respect that, okay? All right, that's fine. You know, fellow patriot from across the pond. That's okay. But, you know, as an American, I think that we have the best system. I think that we do it the best. And so, anyway, you know, I can go back and
yeah, it's when they say shit like that, like, it's just so performative, man. Like, I'm respectful of all people, but, you know, my country is the superior race, and, yeah.
Based frogs, yes, there you go. And,
yeah, bomb based.
At the moment, many places are cooked. The Bolian complex, well, hey, it used to not be a complex. It used to be the factory red in the fucking world.
I'll be right back.
A long time ago, though. Anyway, so, yeah, it was all fake. It was all bullshit. It was all a lie. Iran, oh, no, let me go back and I'll find the rest of these here, too, because it's just really fucking funny for me to see all of this. And there's also another gerrymandering thing. If the SPLC helped fund and organize Charlottesville, then they are responsible for the death of Heather. Oh, yeah, there's a woman that got run over. I forgot about that. Damn, bro, that's a challenger? Shit. Like, I didn't know they came apart like that. Damn, like really? Like I was? Yeah, no, I didn't know they came apart like this. Like, Jesus, fucking Hellcat totaled? I don't think that's a Hellcat, man. Like, Hellcats have that body kit on the bottom. I'm pretty sure it's not a Hellcat. I think that's just a Challenger, man. Like, that's a 2000 and, I don't know, like 13, 14, 15 Challenger. And I know that because my dad had one, and he still does have one. And as I said, bro, like, that old man was crashing out, and, like, he knew it. And so, like, we went through the whole house. And he labeled, he says, you're getting this, he's getting this, you know, Gary's getting this, like, Max is getting that, Sean's getting this. And I'm like, Papa. He's like, yeah, the car? He's like, yeah, what about it? I said, who gets the car? He says, you do. I said, well, so I get the car? He says, yeah. I'm like, all right, so I get the car. I said, that's my motherfucking car, bro. Like, that is, dude. I love that car, man. I do. Absolutely. And your dad was driving a Challenger at 70 years old? No.
That's a nice story.
My dad was driving a V8 performance package, like, you know, fucking, you know, turbo shifter.
Yo, I miss Asmongold's dad, man. I feel like Asmongold was... I'm sorry. I shouldn't say what I'm about to say, man. But I already started. Fuck it. I feel like Asmongold was a much better person when his dad was alive. I don't know why. I don't know if it had something directly to do with his father. I don't know. But, like... And I didn't, like, know his dad that well. Okay, I remember he was, like, a chatter in Hassan's stream for a while. That was kind of weird. We always got a kick out of that, but... You know, I don't know much about his dad, but I don't know. He's gotten so much worse.
Engine
it's
Challenger,
crazy.
While he was on like 7 different drugs at the same time, like fucking like Immortan Joe from like fucking Mad Max, barreling down I-35. I tell him, and I'm like telling my dad a story about Miz being like a crazy driver driving 140 miles an hour, and then my dad somehow is like, what? Like, he took this as, like, I'm trying to, like, one-up him. Like, I'm trying to, like, fucking put him down. And he's like, well, I was driving down to Sean's. I was going 160. And I'm like, what do you mean? You're going 160 miles an hour? Like, how? How do you just... He was 77, 78 years old. Just driving down there. And, yeah, and, like, he... Like, by the way, growing up, you know, like, my dad, I would sit in the passenger seat, and it was, you know, his dad taught him, watch for cops. My dad taught me, watch for cops. Look around, tell me if you see one, right? And as places to be, he would make it down to San Marcos from Austin, like, 10 minutes. He'd be like, I mean, you look at Google Maps, and it would say 28-minute drive. I'll be there in like maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Texas drivers, they gotta go fast.
Yeah, definitely can. And so anyway, how do you feel about speed limits? I think speed limits are great, okay? Like, I don't
takes
drive
too
that
long
fast
to
at
get
all.
anywhere.
Was it manual or auto shifter? You could do both, right? And what color? It's a blue one. I'll have to take a picture and show you guys. And so yes, anyway, yeah, it's a Challenger. I can tell that. That's the reason how I know. Anyway, point being, if the SPLC helped fund it, so basically they were indirectly, because somebody got killed at the Charlottesville rally. Some retard drove around in a car and ran somebody over, basically, if I remember correctly. And so while raising hundreds of millions of dollars from neurotic left-wingers via direct mail by stoking fear of surging hate groups, the SPLC literally paid someone more than $270,000 to, among other things, plan and organize the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, VA. The SPLC also paid 6-figure amounts
to people at the same time that they were listed as extremists the group was dedicated to fighting against. So basically, they pulled the old, like, I mean, isn't this what we did with, like, the Taliban? Where it's like we kept paying the Taliban and ISIS. We kept giving them money indirectly so we could keep bombing them. And so it's like, basically, you're just paying this problem to continue so you have a reason to keep solving it. And so that's what it is. And classic move, yes, you basically, you have a solution that's looking for a problem. Well, there aren't any problems. Oh, I know what to do. Make one up. And so anyway, if accurate, the SPLC was literally funding and coordinating the hate surge that it used to solicit funds for its operations. Anybody who's surprised by this should not be allowed to be in a leadership position for anything. Like, for anybody, and by the way, for anybody that's a real one, like, all the real ones knew this. We all knew this. Like, everybody knew this. Like, for example, like, I guarantee you, fucking Donald Trump knew this, Elon Musk knew this, Charlie Kirk said this, fucking Scott Adams, the Dilbert guy, knew this. Like, and you don't have to be a billionaire, but like...
You know who didn't know this? You know who didn't know about this, Asmongold? Keep in mind, he's somewhat correct about this. Like, this shit really isn't that surprising, but anyway, Charlottesville. You know who didn't know about this? The fucking Nazis that were marching with tiki torches.
That'd be a real one. I knew it was bullshit. Yeah, it was obvious. And so anyway, the entire...
Do you think that, like, the SPLC was paying all of these people to be Nazis? That's crazy, man.
You know, the entire worry about this was bullshit. And so, let's see here, and I'll read, this is from the documentation, and I'm going to go through the actual main, the main course of this, but I just haven't really gotten to it yet, so just be patient. And, yeah, Scott Adams, all these guys, yeah, why don't these
F-37.
kids throw bricks through windows? That is actually really true. It's actually really funny you say that. So, today, I was driving home, right, and there was, like, somebody in front of my house, and I was like, is that? And I go by, and it's one of my friends that I'd grown up with, right? And, it was like, he's doing actually window and, like, housing repair. And, like, he and I talked to him for, like, 30 minutes today. And so, I was like, and now he's doing window repair, and I'm having to do my windows.
Help coordinate transportation to the event for several which attendees? Who were several? So how many? How many is several? Are we talking like... It's not like there were fucking 20 people there. Several? There were thousands of people. What?
So like, I haven't seen him now for like a little while, right? Like, because the thing is, it's crazy. Like, he has more gray hair than I do. He's younger than me. Oh, like, I got a lot of hair, you know? Like, I'm not having it happen. But like, honestly, this dude fucking works out like crazy. He's fucking built. And so like, I'm proud of him. I really am. I'm very proud of him. And so I've got to tell, Cody and Jeff, because like, and some other, like some other, I mean, you understand, like this guy and I, like we go back like 25 years. And so like, yeah, we have a lot of stuff. And so anyway,
so who is F-37? Is it a Fed? I mean, I'm not asking like the name, but like, who the fuck is this person? Because this person sounds like a Fed. Okay, unironically, like making racist postings under supervision, right? They helped plan the Unite the Right event. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever the fuck that means. Between 2015 and 2023, paid $270,000. So that's like $45K a year. That's a fucking salary, man.
Yeah, right here, you don't have hair? Yeah, you're right. And so anyway, so yeah, it's funny you say that, the window repair thing, because yeah, he literally was doing that. They're going to do that for me today. I just got them doing it like 2 hours ago. But anyway, point being, besides that, yes, people are paying other people money to start problems for them so they can look for a solution, right? That's it. And so F-37 was a member of the online leadership group chat that planned the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, and attended the event at the direction of the SPLC. F-37 made racist postings under the supervision of the SPLC. So it's like they were sitting, like the supervisor, wait, you really want me to call him that? But he's black. With the sir, are you sure? Okay.
Wait, sorry, I was way off. It's not 45K, it's like, I think it's like 35? 35,000 a year.
You fucking... you know, like, goddamn. Really, like, and this is like, all right, well, now we're fighting against racism. Yeah, is that the Spencer dude? I can't fucking believe this. It's insane, man. And stop stalling, you all hit the hard R. Exactly. And this is a reach and a half. Is it really a reach and a half, though? I mean, like, you look at this, and let me go back. I'm going to pull you up. Do you really think this isn't happening? I mean, really. Think about it. No gray hair, no balding. Yeah. All right, Alex the kid. You're 53 fucking years old. You're probably the youngest person in chat. Okay, do you really think it's a reach that this is what's happening? This is obviously what's happening, man. I mean, this is the literal FBI. This is their communications. They're saying, like, I don't know what you want me to do. It's not really. There's so many paid protesters that it's proven. It is. Like, this is the valid. I mean, the funny. Okay, all right, that's fine.
I like it how suddenly the FBI is a trusted source, a trusted, reliable source. Yeah, man.
They funded extremist voices and targeted moderate ones. That's right. Between 2015 and 2023, the SPLC secretly paid F-37 more than 22. What is this F-37 here? And yeah, paid someone. Who is someone? Like, do we know who someone is? Like, what is this here? F-42 was the former chairman of the National Alliance. The SPLC website contains an extremist file webpage about F-42 from which the SPLC solicited donations. And from 2016 to 2023, they paid this person $140,000. This overlapped with the time period that F-42 was featured on the SPLC's extremist file webpage. And so what's happening now is that, like, yes, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Charlie Kirk spent years calling for groups like the SPLC to face investigations into their activities. There you go. And people think it was Nick. Everybody's saying it was actually Nick Fuentes who was the one that was the inside guy.
The reason for going down to Charlottesville over the weekend was to demonstrate. It was to show solidarity for a cause which has not been talked about in mainstream media, which the American people never got a vote on. And that
No, come on. Come on, man. Nicholas does not have the makings of a federal agent. Let's be for real. He does not have the makings of a varsity agent.
There were signs all along. Remember the tiki torches? Oh my god. And so the whole FBI paranoia about right-wing groups was an extension of this. Yes, and it's all connected. All of this is connected. It was all done intentionally, and it was completely manufactured. This entire panic
completely manufactured.
And this
Yeah, man.
Is that after this information now has
Dude, that's so insane, man. Oh, what are they? He's saying this. Is Hassan watching this right now? Is Hassan watching this right now? Let's find out. No, nah, he's doing more important shit. Dude, that's so crazy, man.
Starting to see it. Do you know what's
I don't even know what to say, man.
These people are so deep into the psychosis, they're so deep into drinking the Kool-Aid that they're not going to back down over this. They're not going to stop this. They're not going to like say, "Oh, I guess we were wrong. Let's go ahead and, you know, like dial things down." No, they're just going to move on to the next thing, and they're going to act like
your evidence so far is 2 people getting paid. 2 people getting paid. One of them, we know the amount, $35,000 a year, and apparently was in like a leadership role in organizing Unite the Right. Yeah, that if you're gonna say it was a total fabrication, right, without any hyperbole, which obviously, he's exaggerating, yeah, okay, all right. In order for it to be a total fabrication, you would have to say that like they were all being paid, all of the Nazis, with the tiki torches. I don't think they were all being paid, man.
So these are the organizations that I think are problematic, right? Let me go. Those are all a bunch of other random ones. This is like a million of these. Holy fucking shit. And anyway, where is it here?
Why does he have so many fucking notes open?
Okay, yeah, that was annoying. All right, anyway, so...
Wait, what did that say? What did that say?
Oh my god, there's so many.
What the First Amendment means, I can say anything I want. If you say something I don't like, it's not part of the First Amendment.
Okay,
yeah, true.
Right, anyway, so I'll do one more. Okay, so this is the SPLC. I think ACLU, Act Blue. Let me see here. There's one more I'm thinking of. Oh, ADL. I think all of these organizations need to be investigated. I think you need to investigate all the finances coming in and out of them. And well, BLM. Well, I mean, BLM. Like, I mean, why is BLM even on there? Everybody knows that's a scam. I mean, like, we all like that one's like, yeah, duh. Like, oh well, they stole all the money, and so it's not that big of a deal. That would be antiseptic. Oh, it would be antiseptic. It sure would be. And so anyway, that one's bullshit. Yeah, we all know this. And so all of these organizations, I think, are on this spectrum. Now, I'm not saying they're all the exact same, but I'm saying that I think that if you really go in and you do an investigative report with actual discovery and you're looking into people's messages
with actual discovery, yeah, man,
bad faith behavior and other forms of fraud, deception, misleading, lies, other forms of
me when I don't know how the fucking judicial process works.
I think that's just basically a black basically supremacy group, right? Where it's like, well, we're just gonna advocate for black interests. I don't really know if they're actual fucking. I don't think that they do enough for that to really happen, but maybe I'm wrong. So APAC, well, APAC is, I would say that's like a different spectrum than this is. I mean, like APAC's also bad, but it's on a different spectrum of bad than this. So anyway, huge laundering up, yes, and I think this is happening fucking everywhere. And I think also even really big ones that should be investigated. Also, these are the big ones. The UN, the World Health Organization. I think these right here are also really, really bad.
Dr. Fauci!
And in NFL, yeah, the UN, the Fed. Well, I mean, we all, the WEF, World Economic Forum, yeah, probably. And let's see here.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
I want to make one thing very clear. All of these organizations are at a fundamental adversarial position to Western civilization. All of these organizations work towards and in the best interest of undermining, delegitimizing, and damaging and weakening Western civilization. This is the primary function that they serve, because they've been infected with people that think that it would be better for us to be something different, right? Stop the far right in the UK. I'm not a UK guy, right? I mean, I pay attention to some stuff, but I don't know the intricacy. So, what would your mom say about this revelation? What would my mom say? See, I told Jay, say you should have. Why don't you just listen? What?
He just said that Charlie Kirk bar line for line, bro. Bar for bar, line for line. Replacing suburban America with something different.
I told you, I've been trying to tell you for... See? Look, now you're gonna watch this video with me. What's it about? It's about giants that lived in Arizona, and there's an Indian tribesman who's talking about the, oral tale of the giants and the Nephilim, and it's, oh, okay, right. And the thing is that this is the problem, is that Hillary Clinton was asking about, what was that tomb? Cyprus's tomb or something like that in fucking Iran or Iraq? Like, no, Gilgamesh's tomb. Like, and I think about this, and it's like, she died 10 years too early. Because if she had been alive for all of this, I'm not even kidding, like 80 to 90% of all of our conspiracy theories would have come true. They would have come true. And it's actually insane. No Gilgamesh Resurrection Chamber? Oh, yes, the Gilgamesh Resurrection Chamber. Excuse me, okay? I don't want to get this wrong. She'd be so smug. No, I don't think you could be any more smug than she just naturally was. But yes, definitely, they're all connected, bro. And so Democratic Socialist America, maybe you're right. And so what I'm saying is that all of these organizations are fraudulent organizations. They're all scams. And Russia, and this is the problem that I have, right? They have the goods on ActBlue, yet nothing. This is pennies compared to the fraud and foreign interference this organization illegally launders into our elections. And so you have all of these people and all of these things that have happened, and nobody's getting arrested, nobody's going to jail. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I will watch before I go into any of this. Trump administration handing out indictments for SPLC, funding the KKK. Wow. And so, SPLC, all right, let me pull it up. Yeah, let me see if I can find, okay, this is the United States Department of Justice. Justice Department announces an indictment against the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center. It alleges that they secretly funneled $3 million, over $3 million, in donated funds to white supremacist and extremist groups. And so we have National Alliance affiliate, Aryan Nations affiliate, Unite the Right, that's the Charlottesville rally, National Alliance chairman, and then, oh, here's the good one, former KKK members. American Front president and felon, $19,000. So they paid all these guys out in order to keep doing this. The Democrats are going back to their roots, yep. And the more it changes, the more it stays the same. And Charlie Kirk was right. The SPLC is a hate group. He actually spoke out about this. He was part of the intelligence projects, was there, but it was suddenly destroyed. I wonder if the project is what described in the DOJ indictment, describing how SPLC paid millions to neo-Nazis so they could use them as talking points for fundraising. Did they sample the project and hide the evidence? I bet they did. I think that's very accurate. That's probably exactly what they did. Couldn't that just be welfare checks? I don't think so. They're not the government. How are they going to make Trump look like a racist now that he's going against
Okay. Charlie Kirk was accidentally half correct about that. On accident, though.
See, you are operating in
like, you act like this information was available back then. It was not. Like, when did he make that tweet?
And felon, $19,000. So they paid all these guys out. SPLC is a hate group.
Okay, it doesn't say.
Yep. And the more it changes, the more it stays the same. And Charlie Kirk, I wonder if the project is what described in the DOJ indictment, describing how SPLC paid millions to neo-Nazis so they could use them as talking points for fundraising. Did they dismantle the project to hide the evidence? I bet they did. I think that's very accurate. That's probably exactly what happened. Couldn't that just be welfare checks? I don't think so. They're not the government. How are they going to make Trump look like a racist now that he's going against this group? Well, the problem is that, see, you are operating inside of the frame of the optics. These people always control the optics because they're the ones, like, optics are generally controlled by the people that are the most reactionary, the most emotionally driven, and the most impulsive. So if you want to figure out how the public will react to something, think about the dumbest, the most self-centered, the most short-sighted, the most emotionally charged, and the most brain-dead thing that you could possibly imagine. That will be the optics for it. So I think that really what a lot of those left-wing people are going to say about this, I can already guarantee you this is what they're going to say, is that they're going to say that this is all fake, and they made all of this up, and they're just doing it in order to make Trump look good. They're just going to say it's total.
Yeah, no. No, that's not what we're gonna say. Try again. Try again. Me when I build a straw man. Me when I'm building my straw man and somebody interrupts me. Sorry, I'm sorry, Aspen. Okay, I'll let you keep going. My bad, bro. Also, I didn't, it's so fucking ridiculous when they call us reactionaries, dude. That's crazy. Like, I'm not gonna, the thing is, like, the reason why I don't correct it usually is because there are reactionaries on the left. I'm one of them. I'm literally reacting right now. I'd be reacting. Okay, but in all seriousness, to an extent, like, the content that I make is reactionary in nature. Like, in the most superficial or reductive perspective on it. But I use that reaction I use the reactionary framing of my content to like actually communicate the core of my ideology, right? Like, not everything that I say is just purely reactionary to what these people are saying or doing. Because to do that, you'd have to accept all of their framing all the time. And I don't be doing that.
They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to see the truth. Since the KKK are shills, we have to take the racist card away. I think that what happened is that they paid the KKK anonymously. I don't think the KKK or the Charlottesville rally even really knew about this a lot. I think that what happened is that they basically took a very small subset of people who were angry, and they funded them, and they gave them a microphone, and they extrapolated it and exacerbated it to where it's such a big problem.
Okay, no, but it wasn't just some small group of people. It was thousands of people marching with tiki torches for racism. Do you think that they were all getting paid? How much were they getting paid? How much could they have possibly all been getting paid, bruh?
That's how everybody's talking about it.